Number 4, remember 4. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. Number 5, I will be like the Most High. Now, there's a lot of things, I've done a lot of teachings on this. A lot of things could be said about it. But one of the interesting things that came across my desk this week was, you know, Richard Branson. There's a private company out there called SpaceX. Chromosomes, okay? SpaceX, and they are a private space company. They've actually taken over the contract from NASA. NASA was sending astronauts up to the space station in the space shuttle. And NASA is going to scrap the space shuttle program, so we've got to have a way of getting the astronauts back and forth from the International Space Station. How are we going to do that? SpaceX's Dragon capsule. First privately owned spaceship set to attempt launch into orbit. SpaceX has the contract. And so they built a rocket and a capsule on there that's going to have men in it, or women, and it's called the Dragon. The dragon is the serpent. He's the devil. He is Satan. He is Lucifer. And that verse just came to mind when I saw this. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. It's like we're going to act out everything that's in the Bible right in front of your very eyes. And most people just absolutely won't get it. This world is going to be led. If we go to these verses again, he said, I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. When we look at Ezekiel chapter 28 and 2 Thessalonians 2, we know that he wants to be worshipped. He wants to be worshipped by everybody, not just pagan prisoners. Pagan prisoners given time off to worship the sun god. You know, I just hate that they capitalize that S in there. I just hate that. Hundreds of criminals are to be given 4 days a year off prison work to celebrate pagan festivals. Prison governors have been issued with a list of 8 annual pagan holidays and told pagan inmates can choose 4 to celebrate. The festivals include Imbolc, the festival of lactating sheep, which falls on February 1st and is dedicated to the goddess Brigid, or Brigid. Another is the festival of Beltane. That's in May. You have the Yule festival, and of course you have the winter and the summer solstice. So now all the pagan prisoners, which, let me say this, if you are a pagan or you are a sinner, you're already a prisoner. Okay? I think this falls under the category of Jesus saying, let the dead bury the dead. And you know what? If the prisoners in jail for robbery, murder, rape, you name it, if they're in there for that and they want to go worship the pagan sun god, let them worship the pagan sun god. I think, however, we could teach them about a different sun. Let me, this just came to my mind here. Let me open up my trusty King James Bible. And the Bible talks about the Son of Righteousness arising with healing in his verse in Malachi chapter 4 verse 2. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son, capital S-U-N, of righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. The Bible teaches there's a difference. There's the earthly or the natural sun that we see, and all the pagans worship that as the giver of life and rejuvenation and this and that and the other, and it's a bunch of nonsense. The real sun is not only the spiritual sun that lightens the earth, lightens men's hearts, but it's the capital S-O-N of God himself. And he's not the son of iniquity, he's the son of righteousness. That's the son that I want to worship. That's the son that I believe in. That's the son that I want to arise in my heart to shine light upon my soul. Here's an article here that it just kind of lets you know the days that we're living in. This is from WorldNet Daily. University, dump Christian beliefs on homosexuality or else. Demands student get re-educated and attend Pride event. Augusta State University graduate student Jen Keaton alleges school officials demand she be re-educated in morality, giving her the choice of giving up her Christian beliefs on homosexuality or being expelled from the school's counseling program. But now, after 3 months of battling the university in court, a pair of free speech organizations have joined her in the fight. The Foundation of the Individual Rights and Education and the National Association of Scholars have filed a friend of the court brief with the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 11th Circuit, asserting it a violation of the First Amendment for the Georgia University's officials to require Keaton's beliefs to be influenced by remedial sensitivity training or face expulsion. According to a complaint filed against the school earlier this year, school officials demanded Keaton, 24, go through a, quote, remediation program after she asserted homosexuality is a behavioral choice and not a state of being, as a professor said. Specifically, the remediation program was to include sensitivity training on homosexual issues, additional outside study on literature promoting homosexuality, and the plan that she attend a gay pride parade and report on it. Well, I can tell this young lady, if she goes to a gay pride parade, take a video camera. Some of the things that I've seen at these things, some of the things that I've seen videotaped at these gay pride festivals would absolutely make you sick. This is a choice that people are making. People make choices all the time. Just because the fact that they choose sin does not mean that they're born that way. Yes, we're all born sinners, but we have a choice. And she's right. And she declares in her Christian beliefs, I don't know where she stands with the Lord. I don't know if she's just a philosophical Christian or a real born-again Christian. But you pray that this young lady will stand. Because it'll come to all of us one of these days whether or not we're going to stand for what's right in the last days or not. So, a portal opens up in space in Norway, and President Barack Obama is taken to the 2012 Alice bunker, according to all the reports. Now, this whole Wikileaks thing, and some people are, asking me, hey, what do you think about Wikileaks? There's some people who are saying, he's a threat to national security, he should be thrown in jail, and we need to shut this down, and we need to stop this. Hang on. Those of us who believe that something's going on, something diabolical is going on. I've said this many times before. I don't need secret documents from the government, from Monsanto. I don't need a BP oil insider to tell me that something's going on. What I have is documents that are no longer secret. I have a King James Bible that tells me that something